We are online, Sister Mila.
Right. Good morning and welcome to you all, those on Zoom and those watching us on YouTube. Welcome to another session of social media strategies. And today we shall be discussing your Facebook profile and how to use it to create your brand. My name is Mila Zimunhu. I'm a social media strategist, mentor, and networking consultant. And my job is to help you as a professional create your digital personal brand using social media correctly, attracting the right people, attracting your clients, helping your clients who already know you come back and refer you, and the most important, getting the right collaborations. So I would love to ask you right now, which social media platform are you using most? You probably are on Facebook. Most people use Facebook, or you use LinkedIn, or maybe you're on YouTube if you like creating videos, or Twitter, or the latest, which is TikTok, as well as WhatsApp. WhatsApp is also a social media platform if used correctly. So today we shall be discussing Facebook. Now, when you start on Facebook, Facebook asks you to create a profile. Otherwise, you cannot open an account. And a profile is where you're going to add your name, your first name, your last name, your email address, your mobile number. Thank you, Raj, for the YouTube link. Thank you. Your gender and your date of birth. But there's one part that is very important when you open a Facebook profile, and that is your password, which you should change frequently to make sure that your account is safe. We know that internet has its good things and its bad things. So please make sure that you change your passwords frequently to make sure that you have the best security on your profile. Now, why is your profile so important? Well, Facebook has the Facebook personal profile, which is the one that you open. Then you've got the possibility to open a Facebook page. If you have a business, you would put your business name in the page, or if you're an entrepreneur or professional and trying to grow your contacts, you would also create a Facebook page. That is where you will mainly post about your business. However, there are other interesting parts of Facebook, such as groups, where you can grow community, connect with people with different interests, hobbies, ideas, networking, whatever you wish. And you usually enter a group using your Facebook profile. However, now Facebook does let us use a page to connect with groups. This depends on the admins or the administrators of the groups if they let you in as a page. Because most administrators of groups, like me, know that if you're going to use a Facebook page in a group, it means you're going to try and attract clients. So of course, we need to know how we're using our profiles and our pages and in which groups we're entering. Another important part of Facebook is that you can buy and sell. There's a section in Facebook where you can buy and sell. And that section you usually enter with your profile if you're selling a product. So that is why it is so important to create a Facebook profile that is professional as well as personal. So let's begin with a basic profile. What you will need is a cover photo, which is this part at the back. I decided to make a screenshot of what it looks like from the phone, because I think most of you will be using your phone. And this can be created quite easily in canva.com. If anyone wants to have the link to Canva, just let me know and I'll share it. Then you've got your profile photo, which should be the same as any other social media platform to make you recognizable in all the social media platforms that you're on. And a part that I find that most people seem to forget to use is this part here under the name, where your name appears. This part is your bio. So this would be a short biography of what you do, who you work with, and if you have a shortened link to a lead magnet, to an ebook, if you have enough space, because this has very short area, you can add a link to any place that you want people to go to find out more about you. One thing that I'm using with clients right now is that they create a 2 to 3 page website where they are able to highlight what it is they do, their email, and their different social media profiles. So people would be able to click on here, go to that web page, get to know you even better, say that you have your short resume in there, and if they want to work with you, they would be able to contact you. Now, another interesting part that Facebook added about a year or two ago is this part where you can add a song that you like from their music library. This all depends on you. It is not compulsory, but it adds a little personal touch about who you are as a person. Thereafter, you've got stories, which is a part that you can use to highlight what it is that you do. Perhaps you could create a schedule where once a day you put up 1 or 2 stories, and you do that for 30 days and see how that works and what type of people you attract. Because stories actually get seen by people also outside of your normal friends list. This part is where you would edit your profile, which you will see now. And in this part, we will go into once I start showing my Facebook profile. It's where you will do all your privacy settings, your configuration, and all the nitty-gritty that needs to be done and double-checked maybe every 2 to 3 months to make sure that your Facebook is working properly. So on this first part here, you will see where do I work. So I've made it that it goes to my Facebook page, and people would click on this highlighted part and they would be able to go to my business page. So let us see. Queen Nadia, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, I
Thank you.
can see everything.
Right, perfect. Thank you. Just that sometimes the internet does its own thing. Right, so this is what a personal profile looks on a computer. It changes slightly, but it's not that different. The only part that you won't see on the phone is this part, okay? So as you can see, the intro, if you're going to be using your computer, this is where you would edit your bio, and you would be able to put your keywords and explain to people what it is that you do and how they can contact you, or how you want them to contact you. The part that I showed previously is this part where it will send people to my Facebook page when clicked. So now it comes onto my Facebook page, and you can see I've used the same cover photo as on my personal profile. Okay, and now we shall be looking at the rest of this, which is very important to fill in, and is a part that sometimes we forget to do. So the add-ons on your profile would be where you work. Now remember, this would be best used if you are your own boss, you have your own project, you have your own business. If you work for someone else, you will need to know what their policy is to sharing that you work for them, and if they want you to add it onto your personal profile. Some companies do not want that, others love it. So now that would depend on your boss, and ask them first before you start adding those aspects. However, if you're building your own personal profile and you're an entrepreneur, a coach, a speaker, an author, whatever, and you're doing it for yourself, then I do suggest that you create your own page and add that to your personal profile. Now, the part is, where do you live? So that you can connect with people within your area. Have a follower button so that people do not need to send you a friend request unless they really are interested in connecting with you and really want to create a networking relationship. They can follow you and stay up to date with your posts and publications and whatever it is that you share on your Facebook profile. Other social media links where people can find you. There's no need to put all of them. However, I do suggest that at least one should be similar to this one, which is beacons.ai, where you can highlight your web page, if you have a blog, your YouTube channel, if you have one, your TikTok channel, if you have one, and people are able to connect with you there. By using this link, which is beacons.ai, you can save yourself or adding all these other ones and put it all in one link. So that we will discuss next week, how to create it and how to use it. And that way you can share it either on your WhatsApp and wherever you want people to connect with you and see how you work. If you have an ebook or lead magnet, whatever freebie, this would be a good place also to add it so that you create your email list. Right now, I would suggest it is an important aspect of creating an email list, because people who will give you their email means they really are interested in what you do. So that is essential to creating a network of people who really want to know what it is that you do and how you can help them. What would happen if Facebook shut your account tomorrow for whatever reason? Okay, remember, we're using Facebook as a free social media platform. If they decide that you posted something that did not go with their policy or publication, they can shut down your account. What would happen to the 500 people that you've already created a network with, to the 1,000 people that are already following you? You would have lost contact with all those people. You would have to restart a new personal profile, and you would be starting from zero. That is why it's so important to be able to create an email list, because those people who have given you their email really are interested in staying in contact with you. You can create a newsletter, send that once a month, once every 2 months, whatever is best to you, and stay in contact with those people and find out how you can help them. Another interesting part is that you can add hobbies that you want to share with your followers so that they can find out more about you. Remember, this is your personal profile. You're showing part of your personal life without giving 100% of what it is that is happening in your life. There's no need to tell everybody what is going on in your world. However, you also have to show the human side of yourself as a professional. So this part is an interesting way of connecting with people who have the same hobbies, the same interests as you, and that way creating that network of professionals. One very important part that also is underutilized by a lot of people is this section here, which is the featured section. Here, it is a great space to promote who you are, what you do, your achievements, any testimonials that you get, and is a part of your profile that does get seen. So use it wisely, use it to highlight in what you're good at, and choose photos and stories that really can show people your expertise. That is so important. At least that's what I find. So a quick social media checklist. As we said, add your company, well, if it's your company or your personal business or project. And also we shall check the privacy level. If it's only on friends only, then people will not be able to see and highlight, click on the link to your page. So make sure that you have the right privacy level. Change it to public. I will show you now which things should be on private only for you and which should be on public. Now, this also depends on what you're willing to share and what you're not willing to share. Share to your Facebook profile, post from your page to get more interaction. So that means maybe twice a week, share from your Facebook page, posts that you think would be interesting on your personal profile, and vice versa. So people get to know you and can add you on both. Remember that on a page, you only get followers, you do not get friends. Whereas on a profile, you get friends, and it's a more intimate way of really connecting with people. So remember, choose publications that are relevant and relatable to your audience. My question is, do you know who your audience is on your profile if you already are using a Facebook profile? Apart from friends, apart from family, which you should create a list to separate them and show them publications that you want only for your family or your friends. Now I'm talking about what you've got on public that anybody can see. What audience are you attracting? Are they business people? Are they podcast hosts? Are they magazine editors? Who are you attracting? And are they commenting on your posts? That is very important. And ask questions. That is a vital area of finding out who your audience is and if they really are interested in what you do. And if that audience is not the right audience, well, maybe it is time that you start doing a cleanup of your Facebook profile. Okay, let us go into the 3 dots here. And we shall look at the last area, which is profile and tag settings. Now, this is very important because, one moment, anybody has a question?
No,
At
not
the moment? Okay, you can put it in the chat if you've got any questions. Right, very important, the privacy settings. Okay, so your profile. One of the most important things I find is who can post on your profile. Being a business person, it would be best that it is only you. You could change it to friends, but that now depends on who is your audience, because you might end up having posts that do not have anything to do with what you do and might disrupt a bit your professional profile, okay? Who can see what others post on your profile? Important, everyone. This you can go changing depending on the posts or the publications that you want to be seen by the public or only friends and family, okay? Here you can hide certain comments with certain words. This is more advanced, depends on what you're talking about and whatever, but you can look into it and see if there's any words or any anything that you don't want used in your publications. An important part here is tags. Who can see posts you're tagged in on your profile? Everyone. So that means I get tagged by someone. I accept that post on my profile because I've got it set that I have to see what it is that they're tagging me on first. And whoever comes onto my profile can see that post where I've been tagged on. Very important, because there is a tendency for people to just add names on whatever they're posting, and you might find that whatever they're posting is not related to what you do or what you want. So it is important to have that security setting done. When you're tagged in a post, who do you want to add to the audience of the post if they can't already see it? So this is interesting because, for example, say you're at an event and, well, you didn't realize that you did not have the names of 3 other people who were at the event, but they know that you've got a Facebook profile, they see themselves in the photo and they want to tag themselves. They can do that, but they need to be your friends first before they can add themselves to that post, okay? So I've got it on friends. If they're already friends and, for example, their name did not show up on the tag, they can add themselves. This depends on you. This part is very important, reviewing. Review posts you're tagged in before the post appears on your profile. To avoid any complications, I suggest that this should be in blue. That means that it's on. Review tags people add to your posts before the tags appear on Facebook. Very important to avoid any complications as well. And you put that on in blue. Also important, check what your profile looks like to others, because on Facebook we do have a little glitch, which is that spammers are able to create posts that look like we have created them. We do not see them because we did not create them, but our audience does see them, and it can cause quite a lot of complications. So always make sure to check your view as to be able to see what your profile looks to someone else on the outside. So sometimes you might not notice that we have got certain posts that are not what we wanted to post, or that we haven't even approved, and other people are seeing them without us knowing that they have been posted. There was one just a few weeks ago of a certain article, and I had to comment it to a friend of mine, and she asked, like, what are you saying? I didn't post anything this week. And I said, well, double check your profile, double check your settings, and see if you can go in and erase whatever post has been posted on your personal profile. So that's why it's so important to double check your passwords at least once a month to be safe. Right, another important thing is on your profile and tagging. Okay, this was the one, privacy. Double check your privacy settings and tools, and keep a calendar or a schedule to see how often you do this. I would suggest maybe twice a month, just to double check, okay? So who can see the people, pages, and lists? I've got it only for me. You can have it on public, however you wish. Limit the audience for posts you've shared with friends. Yes, because otherwise this can create a long list of posts. Review all your posts and things you've tagged in, which is a double check of the one that we did in the profile and tagging. Who can see your post? Public. So that means anybody can see my post. Different thing is who can post on my personal profile? No one, only me. How people find and contact you. So who can send you friend requests? Anyone. You can change that to only friends. That will depend on whether you want to narrow down or if you want to be able to network with a lot of people. Who should be able to see your friends list? Now, for me, this is an important area. If you're networking as a professional, I suggest that you should be the only person who can see your list, especially once it's over 1,000 people, for a lot of reasons, mainly for privacy of the other people that you are connecting with. Keep that list for yourself. You're growing a professional network, and not everyone wants to be bombarded by friends who might try and use your name to get onto the profile of other people. So make sure that your friends list is only for you. Who can look you up using your email address, which you use to open the profile? Everyone, because in theory, that should be your professional email address, and that's where you want people to contact you for business or collaborations. Depending if you're using a business phone number or not, choose whether you want to have that business phone number on visual or not. Now that depends on you. And this part is, do you want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile? Definitely, if you're going to be using your Facebook profile for professionals purposes, then yes, that way when someone searches your name on Google, they will be able to see your Facebook profile and be able to send you a friend request. Now, this is the new part that they added just a while ago on how do you get message requests. And this depends. People who have your phone number can send you message requests. Friends of friends can send you message requests on Messenger. And here others on Facebook. You can let it be that they can send message requests on Messenger, or you can edit it and say no. This all depends on you. Until now, is this easy to understand? Anybody have any questions?
No, I think it's cool for me. I don't know if Yanira and Derek and the others, I don't know. But for me, it's okay.
Good. Right. Here you have the part of cookies. Now, we all know that anything online has got cookies. So here you can decide what cookies you want, whether you want them on or off. I suggest you read it, decide how you wish to use it. And we have to remember, Facebook is using all our information, whether we like it or not, for them to know what to put in our newsfeed. We are their consumers, and they show us what we are consuming. They give more of it to us. So double check that and keep an eye on it. And make sure that you train the algorithm to work for you and not the other way around. How do you make the algorithm work for you? When you use the search bar, this symbol here, choose topics or themes or keywords that are of interest to you and that you would like to get in contact with people who use those similar keywords. And that way you start training the algorithm. So my principal keywords are networking, writing, authors, speaking events, TED Talks, anything that's about social media, AI. So I train the algorithm to show me more content of that, and not that the algorithm decides to show me what they think I should be looking at. That's so important. Stories. Now, as I was saying, stories are an important part for anyone who is a professional. Here, you will decide if you want others to be able to share your stories. So I've got it on allow, because usually my stories are either going to be quotes or events or anything related with business. So I do want that to be able to be shared by other people who find it of interest. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so this is the news feed. Here you'll see you've got the stories, and it will show you, you can either create your own story. Canva.com has the right template for stories, and you can create stories as you wish, whether short form video, written, whatever it is, and you can upload it. And you get to see all the stories of other people. Okay, and this is the news feed. Now let's go back to the profile. This is the part of editing your profile. So here, if you're on the computer, you would be able to edit your profile picture, your cover photo, your bio. Here you would customize your intro with your links as you wish. And here you can edit your featured and put whatever you wish as the text that you want to add. So you can do this here. Another important part is that you get to pin a post. So say that you have an event coming up shortly and you want people to be able to see that as the first thing that they see when they come onto your profile. You can pin a post. So that would be, you would create a post, and then when you're finished, it will give you the 3 dots here, which would ask you to pin the post, and that would be how it would show up on this area. Okay, so this post is what stays for how long I wish it to stay, as long as I'm trying to promote whatever it is I'm trying to promote. And then afterwards, you have all the other posts that you want. Okay. Any questions? Derek, do you have any questions? Yeah, Betty, do you have any questions? Raj?
No, sister, please go ahead.
Right. Okay. So the most important part is when you're going to use your Facebook personal profile, are you going to accept anyone who sends your friend request? Why? What is the benefit of that? Are you going to be more strategic? Are you going to, very important, before you accept a friend request, double check their profiles. Make sure that to the best of your ability, you can see that whoever's asked you as a friend has a profile that is real. Check which posts or publications they have put up in the past week or so. How active are they on their profile? And do they seem to be real? Because there are a lot of fake profiles and we need to be aware of that. We do not want to accept fake profiles. Otherwise, whenever we are posting on our profile, the reach will really drop and we won't be reaching our target audience. And that will be bad for ourselves if we're creating a brand. Who do we want to create a network with? What are the qualities we're looking for in the people that we're creating a network with? Because when we network, what we're doing is we're attracting professionals to us, but we're also referring those same professionals to other professionals. So make sure that you know why you want to network with them, what you expect from them, and explain to them what you want to offer to them as well. Use Messenger to send professional messages to whoever sends you a request. And if you are not very sure about them, just send them a message and say, hi, my name is Mila. I see that you sent me a friend request. Thank you so much. I would love to know more about you. What do you do? Where do you live? Just to make sure that you are a real person. Please understand that I want to network with people who are professionals. Thank you. Have a great day. Something like that, short and sweet. And wait for their reply. If they don't reply within the next week or so, then do not accept their friend request. Very important for your security, as well as the security of whoever is in your friends list as well. Okay, the other part is the Facebook URL. Now, many people do not realize that you can actually make your URL personalized. So usually when you go into Facebook, it will come your name with a whole lot of numbers. Now, to do that, you would have to enter into the 3 dots, go into profile, and right now, one moment, because sometimes I get lost on this part. Double check. I've changed certain things. It's an important part to be able to no, it's not, to customize. Moment. No. One moment. That I did it yesterday on the phone, and on the computer it comes out totally different. Okay. Right, I will have to double check that part, because I did it on the phone easily and now the computer doesn't come out to me. I'll create a video on that. Okay. But it is an important part, because that way you can use it on your business cards, on anywhere where you want people to get to know your personal profile URL, and it makes it so much easier for Google to be able to list you. Now, another question people ask, so the Facebook profile, that's an automatic the moment you open your Facebook page. Definitely, if you're a business owner or professional who is creating a brand, then yes. Will you need time to do that? Of course, like anything that's important, you're going to need to set up a schedule and decide when are you going to create video content. Doesn't need to be long. You can make a 1-minute video, you can make a 5-minute video, depending on your time. Written content as well, and just get into the habit of doing that. And most important, whoever comments on your posts, double check them, say thank you, and reply to any questions that they have to keep the algorithm going and interested in that. So remember, you're going to use your social media to be known as an expert in something. You're an expert, or you have got experience in whatever it is that you're passionate about. So every time you post on social media, remember, you're using your brand voice, your brand personality. People will want to know your why. Why should they remember you? Why should they follow you? What are you an expert in, and what are your skills, and how can you help them? At the end of the day, it's always about them. How are you going to help them so that they will be more interested in following you, in referring you, and in asking you, how can you help them? Facebook status updates are definitely useful for engaging with your followers and gaining new followers. So ask questions. On a Monday, ask them, well, how are you starting your week? What plans do you have for the week? On a Friday, like today, what's your plan for the weekend? What do you wish to do this weekend? Get people to comment. It's so important that people start conversations and that you're not posting for posting. Once you start creating those conversations, you can find out more about your audience, and that's the way you will know how to help them. And remember, you can share photos, you can share videos, you can share blog posts, whatever you think your audience would like to see. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for attending today. And for those on YouTube, please feel free to put your questions and I will refer to them and see how I can answer them in the next coming weeks. And here are my social media platforms where you can find me as at Coaching Con Mila or as at Connection Digital. Any questions?
I think this is very good. There's no question actually, but we invite all the people who are looking at you on YouTube. If they have any question, they can just write on the YouTube, and we will check the YouTube, and Professor Mila will answer to your question for the next session. Same day, it's every Thursday at 10 a.m. France time.
Friday. Sorry.
Friday, yes. I'm
like,
sorry. Actually, I am in another galaxy. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Maybe
Friday's
I am still flying, I am still flying always in my travel, dreaming, and yeah, maybe it's because of that. Okay. Yes, it's every Friday at 10 a.m. France time. So if any one of you has any question, you can just write on the comment of YouTube, and she will answer. Thank you, Professor Mila. You are just an amazing personality, and I can tell you that today I have learned something from you, because I am very bad in this, using this kind of thing. You know that till now, one day when I have created my Facebook page private, I made a mistake in my name. I forgot the I at the end. Can you believe, Sister Mila, that I tried to change it several times? It never changed. So I don't know what to do to change that, or I don't know.
That's one of the most difficult parts once you have already written it and opened the account, to be able to change afterwards. So there is that part in Facebook where it asks you, do you want to be known by another name, as you would have seen.
Your micro is off. We can't hear you, Mila. Your micro.
One moment. No, I was trying to. Right. Do you see how I've got this added in between?
Yeah.
Because actually my surname, well, it's a complicated story. Anyway, so to make it easier for people, I was able to add this part. So next week I'll show you how to add it, because otherwise if you try and change the surname, it's not going to let you do that. It's one of the hardest parts to do in Facebook. I know that for clients who got married and their surname changed and they were unable to change their Facebook profile to their married surname. So
okay,
we'll discuss that next week.
Okay, because I tried. It never worked. So don't know. I give up.
Unlike on other social media platforms where you can do 2 to 3 changes, Facebook won't let you for some reason or other, or it asks you for your ID and a lot of personal documentation that nobody really wants to send. So that's why it gets even harder. But anyway, we'll do that next week, how to add any other
Okay, I will
name.
be in direct live with you next week. I will try.
I thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you, Her Royal Highness Queen Nadia, for the opportunity of giving the course in Success World Academy.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.